Welcome back to your video tutorials. Today is day 19. It's 19.1. Intro Introduction to if statements or what if statement formulas. Exercise to use. We are going to open a new blank spreadsheet. Use save as command and save it under your Excel folder with the following name: what if statements or formulas. For this exercise, we will create a new spreadsheet from beginning, and then we will input labels, data, and then we will create the what if statements. Okay, let me look at that, move this to the side. Now, we want to open a new spreadsheet, so here's my Excel icon pinned to my taskbar. So one click is going to take me to the welcome window. If I need to open a recent one, see, we could do that from here. If I don't see it listed on the recent, I could go to open other workbooks. Okay, but in this case, we want to open a new blank workbook. One click, and here it is. Now, we're going to be using File, Save as Command on my computer, and then I'm going to be looking for the Excel files. We're going to give it another a name. And then we're going to click on Save. Okay, so this is a new spreadsheet. Okay, now we're going to start from beginning. Let's say that this is going to be just one sample. Okay, so this is in a spreadsheet, and the spreadsheet 2013. Every time that we open a new book, we are going to have only one spreadsheet, but we could create as many as we need. Okay, now right here, let's go ahead and get some data. Okay, so let's say this is just gonna be okay. What if statements? Okay, so that's what we're gonna call this. Now, from here, we're gonna start with some labels. Okay, so I'm gonna be a name. So that we have a gender, age. Okay, so we already know how to input this data. Need permission. Okay, for example, in this one, see, the label is too long. So I'm gonna click into that cell D3, and I'm gonna be using the grab text. When we apply the grab text, see, Excel is gonna it's just gonna apply the grab text to this particular cell. Okay, it's gonna be occasions that we need to play a little bit with the width and try to get everything in order. Okay, from there we're gonna have again gender. Again, then we're gonna have money per by candy sales. Okay, see, right here we could do exactly the same thing. Use the grab text. Okay, and resize this column a little bit. Perfect. So we have it in 2 lines. Okay. How about we have payment due. Okay. How about insurance? And then insurance cost. Okay, so right here I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna apply grab text and play with the resize the column a little bit. Perfect. Now we're gonna highlight this data and use or center alignment. Or center alignment. So we're gonna be doing the middle alignment and the second one, which is the middle center alignment. Okay, so we can also use the all borders here. Okay, now this where we can barely see it, so we're gonna expand the window a little bit, expand the others, just a little bit. Okay, the what if statement, we're gonna merge this data. What if statements. And then we're gonna hit enter. Perfect. So there you go. Okay. Now from here we are gonna be adding the extra data that we need. Okay. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start with some names here. The Cardinals selling. Okay, let's say that this spreadsheet is gonna be for a school. So that is gonna be for a school. Okay, and so right here we're gonna have the name of the students. We're gonna have a gender, the age, and then based on that we're gonna be getting creating some formulas. Okay, so basically we're gonna be doing 4 formulas for what if statements. Okay, um, so okay, I'm just gonna continue typing in the data from okay Maria. Okay, let's say that we have Richard, Jimmy, Jenny, Rose. So we have a Johnny and Susan. Okay, great. So we finished inputting all the data that we need. Okay, so we already know how to do this, right? We just click into the cell, we type in the label, and then we hit enter. Okay, under gender, see we have M for male, for females. Like I said, let's say that this is gonna be for a school trip. Okay, what if statement? Okay, we have the age of the students. Okay, different ages. Okay, now right here we have see if the statement, okay, or this label need permission. Okay, now right here we are gonna be creating a what if statement. Right here we are gonna create another one. Okay, some of the students or all the students have sales candy, so this is what they, the money that they earned by the sales candies. Okay, so according to the money that they make on the candy sales, there's gonna be a payment or not. Okay, some of the students are gonna have insurance. Okay, and let me go ahead and click into this one, click up here into the formula bar, and I'm gonna include medical insurance. There you go. Okay, and then we have that according if the student has or no insurance, there's gonna be a cost. Okay, so once we have all the data, now let me go ahead and see another. Let me see. Let me get another. I'm just gonna go ahead and get a text box here. Okay. There you go. There's my text box. And then let me go ahead and apply a different color. Okay, I'm gonna be using a different fill. Okay. If I come back to home, I'm gonna say, okay, the text that I'm gonna write is gonna be just white. Size. I'm gonna make it a little bigger. There you go. Okay, in this case, it's on Excel when you guys create a text box, okay? And we click inside, you guys are not gonna see the insertion point blinking, okay? Now, let's see, the if, this is gonna be adding some, okay? The if function is one of Excel most useful and most used. Okay, perfect. So right here we have our text box, okay? So with some extra information. Okay, the if function is one of the Excel's most useful and most used functions. What it does basically is test to see whether a certain condition is true or false. If the condition is true, the function will do one thing. If the condition is false, the function will do something else. Now, the basic form of the if function is equal if parenthesis logic test, comma value if true, comma value if false. Okay, anytime that you guys create these text boxes, okay, remember that we go with resize them, okay, we go with expand them, etc., etc. So right here I'm just gonna need to create a little bit of space between. Okay, so there you go. So that's our function. Okay, uh, now it's probably gonna be on the way. So I'm just gonna move this momentarily. So I'm gonna go ahead and create a new spreadsheet just by clicking into the plus. I'm gonna come back to one, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut this note, okay? Because I'm gonna use it again, so I don't want to lose it. And I'm just gonna paste it right here into the second spreadsheet. There you go. Okay. So here we have the scenario. Okay. Now I'm gonna be doing a little bit of format here. Okay. So we have the genders. We could probably center that. Okay. Here's the age. We could also center that. This is the money earned by Candiceos. How about if we apply the dollar format? Okay, payment due, we have nothing. And over here, the medical insurance. Some of these kids are gonna have insurance, some of them won't. Okay. Now again, I'm gonna go ahead and create a little. I'm sorry, not create, but where I'm gonna be applying all borders, and there we go. Okay. Now, what else I'm gonna do here? A lot of times when you guys create your own spreadsheets, okay, you guys maybe want to filter the data. Okay, so look, I'm gonna go ahead and select only the names. Let's say that I wanna have these names in alphabetical order. Okay, if we come into the sort of filter, I'm gonna say, okay, I wanna display this as a filter of these names. See, from A through C as in zero. When I click into that, this window is gonna open. Okay, Microsoft Excel found data next to your selection. Since you have not selected this data, it will not be sorted. What do you want to do? Expand the selection or continue with the current selection? Now, when you guys filter data, okay, it's very important that you guys look at here, okay? If, Excel is giving me already pre-selected expand the selection, so basically what it's gonna do, if I go with this option, it's gonna also be including all the rest of the data here. If I say, no, I just wanna continue with the current selection, see, this information is not gonna be correct because Carlos is probably gonna move and then it's probably gonna end up with a female gender. It's gonna have a different age, different money earned. Okay, so right here it's gonna be expand the selection. Now when I click on sort, see now Carlos is in first place. He's a male, 13 years old. He earned $58 and he has medical insurance. Okay, so all the data is included. Okay, so each row is being filtered. Perfect. Now that we have this data by alphabetical order, let's go ahead and continue. Okay, now right here we're gonna do a formula. Okay, let's say based on the age, okay, based on the age we're gonna see if this kid is gonna need some permission or legal or yeah, permission from their parents. Okay, so we're gonna click into this cell. Okay, now we have again the formulas we always begin with equals. Okay, we are gonna have the function if. We are gonna open a parenthesis. Now right here we're gonna say, okay, so if cell C4, okay, is greater than 17, we're just gonna input the number, okay. Now from here we're gonna separate it using a comma, okay. Now we're gonna open the quotes, and I'm gonna have my statement here. So if C4 is greater than 17, okay, this kid is gonna need no permission, and then it's gonna say no, okay, and then we close the quotes and then comma to separate this, and then we open the quotes again and then we say otherwise yes. There you go. So there's the formula. Okay, so if C4 is greater than 17, comma, we open quotes and then we have the statement. We are gonna have a no. Okay, he needs no permission. If the cell is not greater than 17, then it's gonna be a yes. Okay, now from here we click on enter, we hit enter, and then there's a statement. Okay, So you guys probably gonna say because 13 is not greater than it's not greater than 17, right? So yes, he's gonna need permission. Okay. One more thing. Let me go ahead and open my keyboard. Okay. In this case, right here we have these arrows right here. Okay. Hold on 1 second. Okay. You guys are gonna have these arrows right here, right next to the M. Okay. So if I hold on shift, see, if you guys hold on shift, you guys are gonna have this arrow here. So that's the less than. The next one is greater than. Okay, and then the equal is just gonna be into the same place. Okay, equal it's gonna be up here. Okay, it's right here on this key. Okay, so we have less than, greater than, or equal right here into this key. Okay, now let me go ahead and get this out of the way. So perfect. Okay, now you guys are probably gonna say no, but that's a lot of work just to find out yes or no. Okay, but from here we use a field handle. When we use the field handle, see, anybody that is less, the age is less than 17 is gonna need permission. The ones that are greater than 18 or greater, see, they need no permission. Let's say that we have a list with 30 or 40 or 50 or 60 students. That's really gonna save time. Okay, now down here, I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get another text box. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and draw the text box. It's alright, it's a little longer than normal. Okay, so there's the text box. Okay, now again, okay, well, basically right here, what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna go ahead and paste the formula. Okay, so there's my formula, the formula that we just type in up here. Okay, now I'm gonna be using my center and center. Okay, we have the drawing format tools, and I'm just gonna be using some fill here. If we come back to home, I'm gonna resize that. So there's a formula. Okay, now that formula was applied to the need permission, right? So let's go ahead and center this data, and then I'm gonna be using the same fill color just to know that, okay, on this cells the formula we have it down here. Okay, perfect. Okay, so there it goes. Okay, there's one. Now gender. Let's say that we're gonna have another one. Okay, we already know that these are males, females, etc. Okay, but right here we wanna have, okay, how about in this case we say, okay, if it's M, I wanna see boy. If the label has F, I wanna see girl. Okay, so again, equals my function if, open parenthesis. Now we're gonna be working with this column for the gender. If before, okay, now this time it's gonna be equal. The before is equal to, I'm gonna open my quotes, M, close my quotes. Now when you guys do these formulas, okay, you guys could type it in, I mean lowercase or uppercase, it doesn't matter. Okay, now we need a comma to separate this, and I'm gonna open the quotes again. So right here now I'm gonna have, okay, what I wanna see. Okay, and close my quotes. Then again, comma, open my quotes, and then I'm gonna say grow, close my quotes, and close my parentheses. And there's my formula. Okay, now look, equals if before equals M. You see now the difference? If that cell B4 equals M, I want to display boy. Otherwise, I want to see girl. When we hit enter, there it is. So that's an M, that's a boy. Now I'm gonna use the fill handle. I'm gonna boy, 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 growing, grow, growing, etc., etc., etc. Now I'm gonna send it this. Okay, perfect. Now I'm gonna have another label down here. Anytime that you guys create a shape or text box, once we have one created, okay, we could use Control D, and by using Control D, see, it's gonna give us another one, exactly the same size. Okay, now right here, I'm gonna go ahead and change the formula. Okay, I'm just gonna type in the formula that we use for boys and girls. Okay, now just to let's say that this one we're gonna change it to a different color. Okay, and we're gonna highlight the cells and use the same fill. So we know what we're talking about which. Okay, so the blue one belongs, that's the formula, that's the statement for need permission, the red is for the gender. Okay, perfect. Now, payment due. Okay, now the statement here is gonna be, okay, if anybody that sold, okay, $60 or more, there's gonna be a zero payment. Okay, so if the amount that they sold is less, then there's gonna be a $20 payment. Okay, so based on that, okay, we have equal function if, open my parentheses, I'm gonna select the cells money earned by candy sales, which is F4. Okay, so if F4 is greater than, we said 60, right? Perfect. Now, in this case, we have numbers, so we don't need the quotes. Normally, you guys will be using the quotes when you guys want to display a label text. When you guys only want to display a number, we don't need to type in the quotes. Okay, so if F4 is greater than 60, comma, I want to see a 0. Otherwise, there's going to be a 20. Okay, and we close our parentheses. So there is a formula, and then we hit enter. Okay, so there you go. 58 is not greater than 60, so this person is gonna owe $20. Now we copy the formula. So let me see this one that is greater than 60 is more than 65, zero payment, zero co-payment, 7 days, zero co-payment. Okay, perfect. Now we're gonna do one more thing here. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and use the format, accounting format. Anytime that you guys see this is because basically there's a zero. Perfect. And there'll be the other statement. Okay, remember that we just copy the text box. So again, I'm gonna use Control D. I'm gonna hold down Control D and hold. See, I just hold Control and click on the D one time only, and that's gonna copy the text box. Now I'm gonna go ahead and type in the statement, the if formula that we use for payment due. Okay, now in this case we wanna use a different field. Okay, so that I wanna use some. It's gonna go with green. Okay, so for payment due, we use green field. Perfect. Okay, so there we have the other statement. And make sure you guys click on save. Now for the last one. Okay, you guys notice that right here, see we format the numbers. Okay, now right here insurance costs. Okay, this time we are gonna be including the money. Okay, the dollar sign, okay, so let's see. Now this is going to be based into the medical insurance. If it is yes or no, we're going to have a copayment or no copayment, zero copayment or $40 copayment. Okay, so there you go. We have equals my function f, open parenthesis. Now if h4, okay, equals, see, this time I'm gonna be using a text, so I have to use my quotes. If h4 equals yes, comma, quotes. In this case, I'm gonna be using no, just like that. Okay, I wanna see a zero. Okay, otherwise it's gonna be 40. Okay, quotes 40, quotes, and close the parentheses. Okay, so if h4 equals yes, I wanna see there's gonna be zero cost insurance. If it's no, otherwise it's gonna be a 40, and then we hit enter. Okay, now right here I'm gonna apply, see, again the accounting format, but the accounting format is not giving me the dollar sign. Okay, so what I'm gonna need to do, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and remove it. I'm gonna apply the general. Okay, so I'm gonna have to come back into my formula bar, and I'm gonna edit this formula. Okay, so basically right here I'm gonna tell, okay, Excel, okay, when I apply the format, it's not giving me the accounting format, so I'm gonna add the dollar sign. Okay, and then we're gonna see a 0.00. Okay, otherwise we're gonna see dollar sign 40.00. Okay, and there's a formula. We hit enter, and now it's giving me, see, the format with the dollar sign. All I need to do, I'm just gonna right align this data. Now, can we copy the formula? Of course, we can copy the formula. And there we go. Okay, so the kids that doesn't have insurance, there's gonna be a $40 copayment. The ones that have insurance, there's zero copayment. Okay, perfect. Now, let's go ahead and get another label here. Okay, and again, I'm just gonna go ahead and hold on control, click on the D one time only. Here's my new text box. I'm just gonna drag it over here to the side, and you guys could use your arrows on the keyboard to do this. Perfect, and then we're gonna be using the fill. Okay, I'm just gonna be using another fill color here. There we go, and where we apply this formula statement, I'm gonna do the same thing. Okay, here's my fill, and my phone call. Okay, so that's the what if statements. And let me go ahead and bring this back. Okay, I'm just gonna cut this and paste it right here. And it looks like I'm gonna have to move this and resize. Okay, there you go. Make sure that you guys click on save. Okay, and that's the what if statements. Okay, I mean, this is just an introduction. There's some formulas. Based on these formulas, you guys could experiment and create your own statements. Okay, thank you very much for watching, and into the next video tutorial. You guys have a great day. If you guys have any questions, suggestions, please email me. If you guys want a different tutorial, email me. I will reply to your emails. Okay, thank you and have a great day. Bye bye.